will let you know what's relevant or not relevant, or what pertains to this case.
Right.
Okay, I will let you know that.
Well, I'm just telling you.
No, I'm just telling you.
I got a kid with her. I mean, so I
am just telling you. I will tell you what I think is relevant or not. Okay?
Right.
The fact that there's a mutual attorney somewhere that you retained, somebody retained, means that you have money for an attorney.
No.
Second, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Second, whether there's another matter in another jurisdiction may or may not be relevant to this court. This court will determine that, not you. Third, some random attorney that is not a part of this case has zero jurisdiction right now and zero standing as to what's going on.
Right.
So the fact that you chose to listen to an attorney that has nothing to do with this matter here in this court, as opposed to the attorney that's here today representing you, is not on this attorney.
But if I said me and him ain't seeing eye to eye, why wouldn't I seek out other representation or consultation?
You have that right to seek out representation at your own cost. You absolutely have that right.
Right, that's what I just was bringing to the attention of the board.
That person is, sir, if you've not retained that person's services, they've not filed an appearance in this court, that attorney has zero relevance to this case.
Well, I will.
You can disagree all you want, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you, zero relevance. So whatever that attorney said, that she said or not, I don't know.
See you in trial, see you in trial, just on trial.
Your Honor.
So you want, okay, you have the right to
Because
have,
I'm telling you.
you have the right to go to trial.
I
Excuse me.
think the truth don't matter here.
Sir, stop right now. Stop right now. At what point did you hear this court say the truth doesn't matter?
I've seen it.
No, that's your assumption. You're making those
I ain't
assumptions.
gonna make no more assumptions.
Because I believe, if you recall correctly, you assumed that you were going to be found responsible or guilty for your probation violation, which you were not. Correct?
Something like that.
Correct?
I guess you could say that, yeah, correct.
Yes, correct. So stop with those antics now. It's not getting you, stop. It's not getting you very far. So we're going to set this for another pretrial. I will tell you the date that Mr. Westmoreland will be here.
Your Honor. Your Honor, may I please continue our deliberation?
Yes, just one moment, just one moment. This court does not excuse him from being your attorney. But since you laid those allegations out, I'm giving Mr. Goldpaw an opportunity to respond.
What allegations did I lay out?
Sir, you accuse him of being racist, you accuse him of not doing his job, so I'm allowing him to respond to that without interruption.
That wasn't being treated there. Or misrepresented.
I am giving him an opportunity to respond to that without interruption. You may proceed, Mr. Goldpaw.
Thank you, Your Honor. I did speak with Mr. Kazak. Mr. Kazak indicated that the complainant was contacted, but it was not, or at least he indicated to me, and when I told him, because Mr. Howard Randolph had relayed this information to him, and I specific that she was not going to appear and was not going to consider this case and continue with the prosecution. That's what I relayed to Mr. Kazak. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Goldpaw was quite zealous and advocating for Mr. Russell. Clearly explained clearly explained the defendant's position, clearly explained that the complaint did not want to cooperate, did not want us to prosecute, and that we should dismiss the case. Indicated that Mr. Russell was not willing to accept this plea resolution, and that we should dismiss the case.
And Your Honor.
Well, I do have one question though, Mr. Goldpaw. I'll give you an opportunity to respond. What's that, Mr. Howard Randolph?
He called me Russell and I was.
He did.
I apologize.
Yes. So, how do you know, Mr. Howard Randolph, that, can you please let me finish the question before you interrupt me again? Thank you. There is a no contact order for your bond condition. So how is it that you know that Ms. Duff does not want to proceed?
We have mutual plans. We know the same people. People talking the words spread like butter. So that's just what it is. I mean, I can't stop people from hearsay, can I?
So you don't have any confirmation from her mouth directly.
Not from
That
the
she-
horse's mouth, no.
Stop interrupting me. That she does not want to proceed. So it's all just hearsay. Is that yes?
You have something that comes from someone else's mouth, it is hearsay, so I would say it's hearsay.
Okay, sir, I was trying because you had a nonverbal response and that recording cannot pick up the nonverbal response. So I was trying to clarify that the answer was yes.
Can you repeat the question?
You have not heard from Ms. Duff's mouth directly that she does not want to proceed,
No, I
correct?
have not heard that from her mouth today.
Okay, very good. Okay,
And Your Honor, after I received that, or gave that information to Mr. Kazak, Mr. Kazak indicated to me that they had been in contact. However, based on his, the reports and based on the fact that it's the people that are bringing the charges, that at this point in time, there would be no dismissal. And this matter could be either set for trial or an offer could be reached. I spoke to Mr. Kazak. Mr. Kazak told me what the offer would be if Mr. Randolph Howard.
don't interrupt, please. Just
He's
one moment.
representing me, he's not my lawyer, at this point, there's no reason for him to even be.
You have,
Stop, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The reason is because I'm giving him an opportunity to respond to your allegations. Stop interrupting everybody. Stop. He's not representing you at this point. He's giving this court a recitation as to what he has done because of the allegations that you've put forth on the record. So stop now. One more interruption, this court will hold you in contempt of court. So stop. You may continue, Mr. Goldpaw.
thank you, Your Honor. I then took this information back to Mr. Howard Randolph. I told him that even though they are aware that she's not going to prosecute or does not want to continue, it's the people who are bringing the charges, and so therefore we're still at this pretrial stage. I also explained to him that an offer was made, and the first words out of his mouth was, "No, I'm going to trial." I said, "I still have an obligation to let you know what this is." Told him what the offer was, and he said, "No, let's go to trial." I then discussed with him his rights and told him, "Do you want to have a jury or do you want to have a bench trial?" He immediately said bench trial. That was my representation. I've done everything I can to try and solve Mr. Randolph's problems. I have met. Okay, and Your Honor, his claims that he's made here are outrageous. I don't care what he thinks. I do indicate that he's claimed that I have not represented him because he's black. You've got to be kidding.
Okay, here's what the court's going to do. We're going to adjourn this May 25th at 8:30 a.m. You'll have a different attorney, Mr. Howard Randolph, unless you hire your own attorney, retain your own attorney, and that attorney files an appearance. As of now, the new date is May 25th for an adjourned pretrial. The bond and conditions are continued.
And Your Honor, I want on the record that I did file the discovery order and I did send that to him and we verified that this morning.
Okay, and Mr. Howard Randolph, you received a copy of that, correct?
Just now, yeah, sure did.
Okay,
It wasn't just
Regardless-
now, Your Honor.
regardless, you received a copy of that, correct?
I didn't know I had a copy, but yeah, I did send it once I asked him to show me what.
Stop. The answer to my question, you have a copy of the discovery, yes or no?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Yes.
Why we gotta talk like
Okay.
this? Man, I ain't gonna
Yes.
be nothing wrong too.
Okay, so,
Personal, like you yelling at me, like you ain't yelling at nobody else, it was a thing, you yelling at me.
sir,
What's the problem?
sir, there's no problem. I just
Personal,
had,
like, damn, you
I had
yelling
a
at
question. Stop interrupting. I asked you a question. It was a simple yes or no answer.
me. All right,
okay.
you yelling at me.
So, sir, I am raising my voice. I certainly am, because I'm trying to make sure that I have control of this courtroom when I'm continuously getting interrupted.
How am I interrupting by speaking my mind?
Because
Am I yelling at you?
you're speaking over me.
Okay,
and
but you
inter-
yelling at me.
Here we go
like,
again. All right, we're done. Bond and conditions are continued. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, we're going off the record, and then we're gonna handle Mr. Elkins. Just one moment.
Thank you, Your Honor.